So his point is to shove and push at you to get you out of there.
Mm-hmm.
The question is whether you want to be shoved or pushed, or whether you want to leave on your own or do anything else.
Of course, I prefer to leave on my own and keep some distance. But
if you really want to go first, pump a point of bronze, lose a point of bronze as fatigue damage, and you will pop to the front.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Excellent. So therefore, you get to go first, and you're saying you're trying to get out of there.
Yeah.
Right. You're going to have to roll quickness, which you ordinarily wouldn't have to for this, but the disorientation of the yard is: are you going uphill? Are you going downhill? I thought it was flat, right? It's where's the opening? The gate seems to do this. So roll your quickness just to see if you can manage this.
Yeah,
and
11 plus.
Yeah, when you stagger past maybe holding the post, right? You're like, oh, you're out.
I want to seek out the eel.
Yeah. Excellent. Good news. Yeah. Let's go ahead, guys. Now it's on you. Play. Tell me where you go, what you do. I am done with writing scenes.
I guess I'm by the boats, doing my thing. Is it holiday or is it evening?
I think this is a daytime thing. You would have gone in the morning.
Yeah.
So there you are with the
whistling and scraping off barnacles.
Okay, I approach you, and you can see that I'm a stoic woman. So I don't usually show much, but I think you know me enough that you can tell from my eyes that I'm kind of upset, or I don't know, I guess furious, I guess.
Ooh, yeah.
So
are we killing someone now?
And I say, like, much too formally, that I should like to converse with you.
Of course.
So we go like just outside of so nobody can hear us.
Right.
And I tell you what happened with Sigismund and his son. That there was magic there.
Oh, magic in this village?
Yeah, they hate that stuff.
So, yeah. And what are we gonna do about it?
That's what I think we should really talk about. Part of me just wants to kill that young man and for what he's done.
Sounds impulsive.
He also said that he knows what's to be done here and he wants to do it, so there could be more to it. And anyway, I think we really should somehow at least get some more people on board with it. This community would probably not like us very much if we just want them killed.
Yeah, so maybe that's a bad idea.
Yeah.
To kill someone in this community that we just joined.
What's your impression from the people you've been talking with? What do you think they would want to do?
Oh, they don't like magic.
So do you think they would kill him?
They would threaten to kill him at least. But can't say more than that. I actually got pretty well acquainted to them. I think we can open their minds to magic. But now we're gonna close their minds to magic. So I'm not really sure what we want to do.
I think we should try to talk to Oscar about it, but we should be. I bet you're both brutal. Why did I go to? Yeah.
You're surrounded by thugs.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, Kunavert's a nice talking guy, right? But I think I can see it in your eyes. If it came to it, it's time to settle this problem, right? Yeah.
Well, let's meet.
Notice that you guys don't know the system, but when you pick brutal for a trait, you get +1 brawn and +1 charm. You're socially able to,
And I still only have 3.
Yes.
I'm back.
You do start off the dice roll.
Okay, but I suggest that we meet later in the day, after you've done with the day's work and after Alstar's done
Do
with
you think
shopping.
Sigismund will come looking for you?
No.
No? Good idea.
All right. So you two are. I didn't quite hear that. You're going to meet up with Ansgar.
Yeah, I just like later in the when the day's work is done.
That actually shouldn't be too bad. You know where Ansgar is staying. Everyone knows that you all came together. If you got together, that's not a matter of question. So it's not weird.
Yeah.
So if you want to, you could probably, but given the social rank, you would probably go there.
I think you find me outside sharpening my weapons.
I take that as kind of like a little one looking at it.
Oil them
Yeah.
and
And some of them, remember I said about kind of the support staff, there are people helping you.
Yeah.
Just think of them as a positive presence rather than. So, I'm sorry?
eavesdropping.
Yes. No, these are people who are reasonably well disposed toward you, who take care of your stuff, and if you're so yeah. But you take care of your acts, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But what would I expect from you? I mean, I know I've known you for a while. Would I expect you to kind of just go and chop off people, or it's not that bad, is it?
I don't. You have rarely seen me have much emotion.
Okay. In a good way or in a bad way?
In a bad way, probably.
Yeah, definitely in a bad way.
Yeah.
Not exactly stoic, just emotionless.
You got the stare. Yeah.
Yeah, a bit of dead in my eyes. I think I do have Berserk, and I think I can cast it on myself.
Yes.
So you
Have
have
I seen you cast
seen
Berserk?
me
Yeah.
go Berserk.
Yeah.
And then I am a killing machine.
Yeah.
I don't stop. I just keep going.
And that might be necessary, but
So you have seen that, not very often, but a few times. So both of you know what what I am capable of.
you have like Berserk stuff as well. No, you.
No?
It is a normal, brutal, romantic.
Yeah.
The Circle Knights are not very well people in some ways. All of you, by the way, have all of you probably have some combination of some sort of sleep disorder, headaches, surges of emotion or lack of emotion at surprising times. All of you to some degree or another have exhibited some of that.
Yeah. But we have traveled here together, so at least I repeat what I've told. Do we call you just the eel, or do we call you?
It's a nickname.
Yeah. So
the eel.
Orla.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's. I didn't understand. Orla. Oh yeah, Orlan. Yeah. So I tell you what I've told the eel about Sigismund and his grandson, and my concern. And then I pause for a little while, kind of watching you, seeing how you react.
Yeah. That's white magic, by the way. That's
right, your favorite kind.
Yeah.
I have seen this before.
Yeah.
And just taking the accent and just heft it a little.
People with moral difficulties often rely on their friends.
But he's been driven to seek out this magic because there's something he thinks is so important that needs to be done here. We don't know what it is.
People are strange of the island. They treat it as an enemy. Which is unusual.
They spoke to you about the island as well.
Yeah. What did you learn about the island?
They told you not to go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yes,
They said, we have a
mystery box.
problem. Arnold is dealing with it.
I want to go there.
But the crucifixions weren't there. The crucifixion was not.
Correct. Yeah. But
But they were mentioned in the same context as crucifixions.
Yeah. In fact, yeah. So maybe somebody that they caught was associated with that in some way.
Yeah. Now we're at that point in the story where we're supposed to not go to the island, which means we're going to go to the island, but not supposed to figure it out yet.
I wouldn't go quite that far. I have no story beats here.
Okay.
I have no story beats here. I'm not feeding you information in a sequence.
Okay.
So where you go and what you do, I have nothing of that kind. I assure you.
But yeah, island is a bad place.
Mm.
Some strange voodoo magic happening there. Probably rituals that is disliked within the community.
Okay, so there's
Do we
someone.
know where Helm came from? Where he's been?
No. Oh,
Well, you did make that charm roll. He probably
Yeah.
would have told
yeah.
you.
Okay, where did he come from?
He has been in the mountains of Roke. There have been lots of places that have become cultural centers now. And so it's not an unusual thing. Not far from the regions that you were, that are your home.
Mm.
So nowhere weird.
Is when you use is magic something you can't pick it up and put it down, right?
Right.
So he has it if it's him,
Mhm.
if it's not Sigismund,
Mhm.
because I don't know exactly.
Well, there are enchantments.
Yeah.
There are creatures that could be
Mm.
doing something for or with him. He could be wielding the magic. The best way to look at it is that you saw something that could have been a spell, but it could have been an enchanted item.
Right. Right.
If it were a spell, I mean, if all magic users, have they somehow taken the magic within themselves?
Yes, it is. This is not a scholarly act.
Yeah.
To learn to use magic is not a matter of book study. It is more shamanic, more ecstatic.
Yeah.
Because I really think we should find out what it is that he wants so desperately, and probably connected with the island.
Yeah.
Maybe you can get the sailors to open up more and tell you more about that.
I mean, I always find the best way to just torture the man.
Yeah.
And I go to the exactly opposite approach. But let's meet halfway.
Yeah, it works.
But let's because he may not even know himself the full story.
But he should know what he has experienced.
Yeah.
As the set of you are discussing this, and I assume it is about evening and moving it because of the end of the workday and things like that. There is given where you are, where you are, as I said, overlooking the cliffs,
Yeah.
right? Is the communities or the people you have been dealing with, and so that's roughly where you are living, and so. You can see that they're out at the island. There is a sudden a burst of flame. So even as you're saying, what about this island? Well, I have non-player characters who have been doing things. And they've had plenty of free time out there over the last few days that we have been playing. And so this is the result. And so the exactly what that is, that's a ship set aflame. You recognize think of it as a veteran's viewpoint. I know what that is, right? So a ship between the island and the shoreline has burst into flame.
That's a ship. Do we know that it's the funeral practice?
It is not. In this particular region, in this region of the Crescent Land,
Well, what you said, the ship is towards us from the island.
correct.
So there's not a fire on the island, it's fire in front of the island.
Exactly. Handling the dead, yes. Actually, yeah, in coastal rock and spur, typically, in this area, they would be a ordinary body would be partly cremated. Full cremation actually is extremely difficult to do. You need serious heat for that. So partial cremation and then burying the hardened and unburnable remains, muscle masses, some of the long bones. And that's ordinary. People of status and reputation, they are given weighted burial out at sea. But the community doesn't have the sort of resources that mean the conspicuous consumption of burning like an actual ship for a guy. It's like, no, we need the ship. So, yeah.
We need to make ready.
Yeah.
They have ship defenses. They're not going to last if there is an attack.
No, and of course everybody else has seen this as well, so
Right.
we should be among them.
Mm-hmm. So, are you going to kind of mobilize down
I'm
to?
gonna grab my stuff, and I
Yeah.
I expect people to also do something now, because like this would be a sign of an attack, or at least a disaster or something.
Yeah. Do you see if the ship is heading towards us?
It's drifting.
Drifting.
Yeah.
So that. What's that mean though? Some people over there set flame to a ship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think it's good time to pick up the mail, the cone helm, the spear, the round shield, and the
Yeah,
ship's
there you
light.
go. Yeah, okay. Not a problem. So as this group of you pack up, basically, putting on the mail is sort of like, bend over and a friend pulls on it until like a kid, right, with your arms out. And so by the time you come down into this, in fact, the people that you have been working, this is, how am I going to put this? This is sort of interesting. They abandoned the cliff. It seems as though they're not interested in like a raid from the ocean waters at all. They gather up their things. A couple of them on horses are managing the others. And so for them, it's just like a shield and a spear, right? And and they're heading down into the village as if to conduct hostilities, right? They are going in an attacking fashion. I mean, not riding and screaming, but in a formation that is clearly not community help oriented.
We are seeing the kind of defense force people organizing against their own village.
Or at least against the shoreline down there.
All right,
And in some way, it's hard to tell exactly, but they definitely don't look. It doesn't look right, is what I'm trying to tell you. Right.
I will just step into commander role and shout and just stop, report.
Okay, and so your failed social role, unfortunately, isn't going to give you much compliance. They are not going to actually stop and do what you say, but somebody will tell you what is going on and says, if you want to be here, if you want to have any future here with us. In fact, they'll put it rudely because you are rude. It's like, just ride out of here. Take your friends and go. Unless you come and show us what you showed us the other day. Be ready to fight with us Be ready against what lies out there. Or right out now.
I take my axe and just.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah.
So what are we facing?